Good job, puppy dog. Waiting for everything to get set up. There's no more, honey. It's all gone. It's in the drawer. It's not gonna come out again. It's okay. You can relax. You can relax, honey. Waiting for this to get all set up before I start chatting. It's still waiting to show up on my stream manager. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Waiting. Is it gonna show up yet? It won't show up for me, but I think it's showing up fine for everyone else. Alright, yeah, there it goes. Had to refresh. Welcome back to the stream. It is Friday. Nixie, please lay down, honey. I did get the dog to just run around a bunch and play and then do some training, so hopefully I covered all the bases of tiring her out for a little bit and getting her a little comfortable to be able to relax. She got to run around and play. She played tug some as well. She also did some training for reward and also got some treats for the training. So hopefully that means that she's gonna be able to calm down. Nixie, 1 second. Let go of the cat. Seriously, she's not a toy. Nixie! Your paw is too big to be sitting on the kitty cat. She is 1/10 of your size. She is calm, but the cat's in heat, which means she puts herself in the dog's face trying to get attention, and that usually ends up with her getting hurt. But half of me just wants to be like, well, you're the idiot that made that decision, cat, but I don't want the cat to get hurt, so I have to keep intervening. But anyway, she did training, and she ran around after the cat laser toy, and she played some tug with me, so she should be, in theory, pretty tired out overall for a little bit, since it's mental and physical stimulation for her. It is Friday, so we're just gonna do some random stuff, trying to finish the storage system maybe, trying to set up a bedroom maybe so that I can start moving the rest of my stuff into the house, hopefully finishing some more of the house, moving the pets in, hopefully getting a couple more of the cats that I wanted, possibly moving the pets into the house, that sort of thing, all that sort of stuff. But we do have most of the cats named, but because we tamed a couple more, they're not all named. The chest system's a little wonky right now because of the fact that we started getting rid of some of the things from here into our storage system that's brand new into the big house, which I can showcase. I did that yesterday. Also, evidently Minecraft's music is now copyrighted, which is a little irritating, so or like part of the music, some of the new music that they added is now copyrighted, which is irritating for content creators, considering one of the no mic days I did this week got completely muted of audio because of the fact that it had one smidgen of copyrighted music from the Minecraft music in it. So the whole point of it being no mic and like kind of satisfying or whatever to listen to Minecraft noises is kind of gone because it's muted. So yeah, that was fun to figure out on Twitch and then export it as muted to my VODs channel. Also, for some reason, one of the VODs got like 70 views or something. Last I checked, it was still going up in views. It was at 40 yesterday and now it's at 70. I don't know why that one video in particular blew up. I didn't really have any keywords on it that would particularly be any different than the rest. But yeah, that video blew up a little bit, which is kind of cool. Maybe we'll get some new friends on here from it, but for the most part it's just views, not actual like comments or engagement, which is fine. The VODs channel is more so there to keep record of things than to try to grow it. Hey, welcome to the stream, both of you. How are you? Sorry, I was rambling. My brain actually noticing the things being added to the screen next to me is a little delayed. I usually watch the screen to figure out when people message instead of watching my stream manager. So I looked out at Stream Manager and I was like, oh, people message. Oh yeah, they're on the screen above me. I just wasn't paying attention. Whoopsies. Nixie, please leave the cat alone. I swear to goodness, this dog sometimes. To be fair, it's the cat's fault today because the cat is in heat and she's trying to be in everyone's space and be annoying. And then she complains when the dog hurts her because the dog's big and doesn't know the difference of size, or doesn't care about the difference of size as far as trying to play and get along with the cat. Let's move the dice. Let's move these. I can move these. I'm trying to slowly move things into the big house. Oh my goodness. Nixie, would you please leave the cat alone? I'm alright, how are you? Today has been disappointing, but we're here to stream, so... Still slightly trying to function, at least. 1 second. The freaking dog. Stop going after the kitty cat. Leave the cat alone and come here, now. Nixie. I swear to goodness, dog. Come lay down. I just got you all playing and training and everything so that you'd calm down, and now you're just a freaking bundle of energy still. Because the cat won't stop pestering me. Fair enough. I'm glad you're doing alright, though. I actually don't know much about Cocomelon. I know it exists, and I've heard, like, maybe the, like, smidgen of the theme of it or something, but I haven't actually really... I don't know much about it, because I haven't really learned anything about it or seen much of it. I don't have any young people around me that really would need to watch it or want to watch it, so I don't get the absorbed knowledge of it like all the old school kids shows that my brothers used to watch. Nixie, leave the cat alone, please. 1 second, I need to get the dog over here and she's not listening with my normal voice. Yeah, I know it's just like a weird random kid show, and just usually kid shows I know a little bit about because general absorption of knowledge from things around me, but I don't absorb knowledge when it's not really around me, so I haven't known much about it. But anyways, we need to set up the chess system, which is what I'm slowly trying to do through means of slowly organizing things from the chess system into it. I'm trying to figure out systems. We have plenty of chess, so I'm thinking I can organize it a little bit higher quality than I normally do, which is nice. I was like, oh, I won't need these chests, but then I'm like, actually, I probably can just use them to organize things a little better than... Because normally, okay, so for example, normally I don't have 4 chests for dirt or cobble, and normally all of these individual blocks I just put into one big messy chest, but for now I'm trying to, actually organize it instead of just throw things together, which is nice. I think I'm gonna put wool over with these things. I'm gonna put this over with blocks. And put in with the shards in with it as well. And then we'll do a general leaf labeled chest to do nature. That's cute. Little kids are adorable. I like absolutely adore being around kids, but My little cousin, which is the only kid I can really be around, isn't around me as much because of the fact that I'm usually busy with the dog or with work or something, and I can't have her over to watch her, but I'm doing alright. Today was supposed to be the psychiatrist appointment, which is a whole long vent of a issue that happened, so that's always fun. Basically, to explain it, I had a psychiatrist checkup today because I was put on meds, as you guys know, fairly recently, and I was put on 2 different meds at very low doses, and they're not working very well, and I was supposed to have the checkup today to, like, oh, Jesus, I was supposed to have the checkup today to, like, make sure that I'm doing alright and to adjust med doses and all that, but instead of having the checkup today, I only got the voicemail for it, because it was supposed to be a phone call checkup. I only got the voicemail, I didn't get the actual phone call, because my phone's a little glitchy at times, and I got the voicemail like 10 minutes after when my appointment was supposed to start, so I'm like, oh, that's weird. So I called and of course they put it as an unknown because they are trying to, like, keep the number private and stuff. So I had to call the actual doctor's office and be like, hey, I just got the call for the appointment I'm supposed to have, like, how do I get connected to my doctor? And they're like, oh no, you called in too late, so it has to be rescheduled. And then they drop the biggest bombshell on me. So they not only say, oh, you have to reschedule it, but they say, oh, you can't reschedule it because the doctor that you are with is only with us until the end of the year before she switches to an entirely new practice area. And we don't know who's going to be next on the list of the providers, so you have to get put on a wait list for a brand new provider when you need, like, when I need actual care now and I need, like, to be updated on my meds and stuff. Like, I can't just be on meds for an undetermined amount of time when they're not the right dosage. So, and they know on the file that I am autistic or speculated of being autistic, and that in theory would mean I cannot handle change like that, and that I'm supposed to be notified of things like that. But no, they started me on a brand new provider 2 months before the year ends, because my first appointment with her was last month, and then told me a month before the year ends that I can't get any appointments with her because she's fully booked and she's leaving in a month. Who in their right mind planned that? They have known for who knows how long. Like, they've known for a while that she's not completing the year. So why did they even schedule me with her in the first place if I'm not going to be able to stay with her? Like, I just barely adjusted to a brand new doctor. I don't do well with doctors. I have major hospital anxiety that's also in my chart. What? So not only do I have meds that don't work for me that I'm currently stuck on, yeah, of course, no worries. Have a good rest of your day. So, yeah, not only do I now have meds that I'm stuck on that I have no clue what's going to happen with, I don't know who my doctor is going to be or when I'll have a new doctor. So that's kind of, like, terrifying and really frustrating at the same time. I don't handle change well at all, and it took so much effort and energy to get used to the concept of having a new psychiatrist and getting into a psychiatrist, and I got comfortable with her, and now they're changing it. And, like, I know that's not her fault. I'm not blaming her. I'm blaming the office for not having told me that she wasn't going to be there, and also for, like, not bothering to try me with a different doctor if she wasn't going to be there for that long. Because why would you start a brand new patient on a doctor 2 months before the doctor isn't going to be there anymore? Like, that makes no sense to me. I would much rather have waited to get on meds in the first place for another 2 months and start with a different doctor than have this mess where I'm now on a dosage that doesn't work and have to keep taking it because I can't just stop them on my own and, like, wait for who knows how long for a new doctor. I don't know what's going on with that, and that's really overwhelming. And, like, I messaged my doctor, and I told them, I told them straight up when they told me that on the phone, I was like, I just started meds, I need to be adjusted, I can't, like, just not have a doctor for months at a time. That's not gonna work. They're like, oh, you can still deal with the main primary care here for getting refills. And I'm like, I don't just need refills, I need to genuinely have my meds adjusted. I don't think they're working right. Like, that's what was supposed to be discussed for the call today. It's not my fault my phone didn't, like, work correctly and gave me a voicemail, like, 10 minutes into the appointment. And there's no reason that, like, I couldn't have still been seen for the next 20 minutes when there was 20 minutes left of the appointment. That makes no sense. If I knew that was going to be that big of a mess, I would have signed up for, like, the video call or something so I could just check into it on my own instead of having to wait for her to call me. Because I wasn't allowed to call in myself. I had to wait for her to call me, and she called me and it didn't go through right, so I was just sitting there on my phone like, what's happening for my appointment? So, yeah. I'm very overwhelmed and frustrated about that, which is the ramble of the day. I don't know what's going to happen about it. They supposedly were going to put in a message to her, but I still haven't gotten any message from the office or from her. And there's no reason that she should have taken that long to get back to it if they actually put a message through to her, because she was literally doing nothing when I called because she had that slot for my appointment. There's nothing she could have done differently during that time besides paperwork or something, which means she still would have been able to answer if they put in a message or something, you know? But I don't know. And then they wonder why I literally never get help, because this stuff happens to me all the time. So I'm a little terrified. I guess I have my appointment with my therapist, which is a separate place, this coming week, so I guess I can figure out some sort of action or plan of action with her. But again, she can't help with the meds. The only person that can help with the meds is a psychiatrist, which means I now have to tell a brand new psychiatrist all of the stuff I told this psychiatrist all over again, and get reevaluated all over again, and have them deal with meds all over again. Like, who the hell? I have a hard enough time opening up to one person. Why do I have to open up to like 50 people before I get the damn help that I need? That's ridiculous. Definitely not fair. And I know that it's kind of dumb to complain, because I know that a lot of people have had this situation a lot worse because the medical system is not fun. But it's just really on my mind today, because that's been all of my morning's plans. And I mean, like, I normally wouldn't vent to stream. I would vent to someone that's actually going to listen. Not saying that stream doesn't listen, but I'd vent to someone instead of just venting to stream. But, you know, when you vent to your partner and they just completely ignore you, you kind of have no options. So yeah, that's how this is going. Life is going fantastic, and, it's definitely something that's pushing me over the edge today of, like, I am done with everything. But I had a scheduled stream to do, and Minecraft is a good distraction, so here we are doing a stream regardless, because that's all I have left to focus on right now to try to not absolutely lose my mind. So, yeah. It's fantastic times, isn't it? But, I don't know. It's just weird to me why people don't consider that part of my diagnosis when they're doing things like that. Like, I know there's not much that's in control in that situation, but there is control of telling someone that they're going to be dealing with that. There is control of, like, scheduling me with someone else in the first place. There is control of, like, she scheduled me for November knowing that she would be gone in December, and, like, leaving the practice entirely in December, and didn't tell me, hey, I'm going to be leaving, so that'll be our last appointment. She just, like, never mentioned anything about it. So I'm like, you knew that this was happening. You knew that I was autistic and can't handle change. Like, that was one of the biggest things that we talked about of being autistic, was that I can't physically handle change. And you did that? Like, what? You had complete control over telling me about that. That's something you definitely, like, can't say was out of your hands in talking about. So I don't know. It's so confusing. And this dog, I swear to goodness. Nixie, would you please leave the cat alone for once? Yes, you. Leave the cat alone. Yes, you. Leave the cat alone. Stop it. You need to go relax. 1 second. Swear to gosh. This dog does not want to leave the cat alone whatsoever. And the cat just keeps walking back towards her every time that I tell the dog to leave her alone. Sorry for killing the llamas, I need leather. I only got one leather, so it's kind of worthless to kill them. Nixie, I swear to goodness, would you please leave the cat alone? I'm gonna lose my mind. Goodness gracious. The organization system's sort of working so far. I know some of these chests are kind of pointless to have such large chests for, but it makes sense to me. And I prefer it to be more broadly organized like this, so I don't have to search through an entire chest worth of things to find what I need. I can just know that it's going to be there. Like, why do I need a chest for obsidian? I don't, but I don't have anywhere else to put it in my organization system, so it's going in a chest specifically for it. Like, basalt is going in with tough, because they're two things that I really don't need, and that I use interchangeably. Leads go in with saddles. See, like, it's just a simple system for me that works, even though it's a lot more complicated than it needs to be. I do need to go hunt some more cows to get some more leather to do some item frames so that I can do some more of the sorting. I'm hoping I can sort most of this out. I do actually just have to move all of this dirt over too, and this sand piece. I definitely want to decorate the house. I'm just trying to at least get like floor by floor done. So like the top floor needs to be done by doing the chest system type of thing. And then it's a little easier for me to move things once I make a bedroom, because then I just have to move like my bed and stuff. Dirt. I think I'm on the top chest of dirt. Nope, I'm on the second chest of dirt. The general organization concept, which I don't know if it'll keep up with it, is that this side is for blocks of things, and this side is for non-blocks. Whether that keeps up or not, I don't know. It depends on how much of everything I get. But my theory is that if I have double chests for like almost everything, it should give me enough space that I won't have to deal with rearranging things in the future or running out of space in the future. And technically, if I need to, I can add more storage rooms into the house or build a whole separate storage area if I need to. So, it's possible to work with it a little bit. But yeah. After that nice heavy rant, I hope that everyone's doing okay today, because it is Friday, and Fridays are supposed to be for good things, not for having absolute mental breakdowns. So, I hope that everyone's having the opposite of the day that I am. And hopefully I'll be able to stream a bit more next week. Weekend-wise, I don't know what's going on yet. I know we have to help my dad again with moving things. This is pretty close to winter time for us, so we have to get pretty heavy-duty focused on like getting things moved around and getting the vehicles ready for winter, and helping my dad move things because he needs help with getting ready for winter too, and that sort of thing. Ow. So all of that has to get focused on at once, which is a bit much, but it'll get worked out eventually. It just takes a while. So while we're focused on that, I don't think I'll be streaming because I'll have to be at my dad's for the most part. I want all of this to be one chest, which I think if I move it all up, it should be one chest. Yes. Haha. It's all nether stuff, which I guess I could take some of the blocks from. But yeah, I don't know what else I was thinking about to say. I know there was other things I needed to say today, but my brain isn't processing well. So one of those days will be helping my dad and getting, I think, Evan's truck worked on, my partner's truck worked on, and in theory moving some of my stuff from my dad's, because that's also on the list of things to get done, but I don't know if that'll actually happen or not, because whenever I make a plan for something to happen, it usually does. So, who knows how that'll go. I guess dirt blocks will end up in this one, but nevertheless, I will try my best to get it done, and hope it gets done. I think blackstone can go in with the dark stuff here. I want a soul sand chest, but I don't have an item frame for it, so I'm gonna move one of the item frames for now. Nixie, would you stop messing with things? Swear to goodness, dog. I also want a TNT chest, so I'll move another item frame. I'll sleep in a second. I'm just trying to get this stuff in my inventory into a chest. And then we can do these as chests. Like normally in my old school systems, the glowstone would usually end up in with the potions, and nether quartz would probably end up in a generalized heap of... Nixie, stop! In a generalized heap of... what is it? Nether stuff. I couldn't remember what the word was for the nether. And a bunch of different nether stuff in one chest and that sort of thing. Because I tend to usually just group things together as efficiently as possible, so I don't have to separate out chests. But I kind of like the concept of separating out the chests for now. So that's what we'll do. I need to sleep through this rain because it's going to turn into a storm, but it won't let me sleep yet. Once it turns into a storm, it'll let me sleep. And these are our two new cats. They're separated over here because we still need to name them. Let me sleep. Please, it is raining and I don't like it. Thank you. Nixie, would you please stop going after the cat? That was a weird noise in my headphones. Don't rough when you know it's the goddamn cat messing with the door, you idiot. You were just over there. Nixie, leave her. I'm gonna lose my mind. She literally will be told to leave her alone, turn around and go right back to the cat. And the cat's not even going after her this time. The cat's literally just minding her own business. And this is what happens when Nixie gets unsettled. So yesterday was fun because normally it's a pretty quiet, calm day so that I can get things done or at least relax because Nixie gets to run around on Wednesday, so Thursday she's pretty tired out and she's pretty mellow and cuddly and nice. Except that doesn't happen when a UPS package decides to need a signature and the UPS driver has to ring the doorbell and ask for me to sign, and that means that there's someone at the door. And Nixie is already on edge enough when someone isn't at the door, so when there is someone at the door, she goes ballistic. She absolutely lost her mind barking. I had to go outside and shut the door behind me to sign for it because she was trying to go at the door. So I went outside and shut the door behind me, and I was like, sorry, I have a puppy inside. She's like barking. I have to be out here to sign it. And he's like, oh, it's fine. And he was nice, and he's like, oh, how old is your puppy? And talking and being nice and everything. Like exhausted, and I don't want to deal with it. And I'm like, yeah, she's 10 months, so she's still angry right now. And he's like, yeah, I get it. And I was like, yeah. And then I finished signing for it, and it got and he gave me the package, and he left. And then and then I came back inside, and she still kept barking. Like, I literally came inside, I was inside, I was trying to get back to making my lunch because I had to stop mid-making my lunch to do it. I came back in, I was talking to her, there was no one outside, I wasn't at the door. She still kept barking as loud as possible with her hair raised, would not stop. Nixie, leave the cat alone now. Get off of her. Hey, get off of her cat tower, now. If she's up in there, she doesn't want you in her face. Lay down. No, my pants are not a toy. Anyways, so she's still barking loud as can be after the person already left and I already came back, and I was telling her no one's there, you're fine, and trying to be nice and calm her down. She still didn't stop, so I got more angry, and I was like, stop it right now. And I was like using my stern voice of like, stop, pay attention to me, relax, you are fine. And she still would not, and she kept barking. And finally was like, do you need me to physically show you there's no one at the door? I like take her collar to bring her towards the door because she's like being all over the place. And I bring her towards the door, and I open the door, and I open the screen door, and she like goes ballistic trying to pull out the door, barking her head off, freaking out, thinking that I'm pulling her towards someone, and there's literally no one in her sight range. And then I'm like, what the heck? So I close the screen door, and I'm like, look for yourself. You can see out the door if you jump up, because you know this is how you say bye to Dad in the morning. Like, look out. There's no one there, there's nothing there, you're fine. And I'm explaining that to her, and she's still barking. And she stood up, looking at literally nothing out the door and barking, and knew that there was nothing at the door and was still barking. And I'm like, you're literally going to get us kicked out of the house. You are barking at nothing, loud as can be, and not stopping. So I had to get her on a leash and bring her outside, and she still stayed barking until she sufficiently sniffed everywhere and realized that there is physically no one in sight. And then, of course, after she calms down, someone comes out of their apartment, so she goes ballistic about that. And so, like, it literally did not stop for over a half hour. I tried to make my lunch, I tried to sit down and eat. She was still barking at, like, every little noise. She was still getting uppity about everything. She would not stop. She finally calmed down, and then, like, every little noise she would go nuts again about. And it did not end. Would not end. So that was why yesterday's stream was just, like, silent, because ended up putting on like my Supernatural in the background loud as could be so that she could have some of the background noise around, so she didn't keep barking at things. And she still ended up barking some, so I didn't want her barking on mic, so I just turned the mic off because I'm pretty sure Supernatural would probably get copyright stricken at some point, so I didn't bother having that playing while I was trying to talk. Nixie, I swear to God. And now, because she wasn't tired yesterday and she was all stressed, she's a ball of energy today, even though I tried really hard to get her to exercise more yesterday and today. And she's being an absolute nuisance, because she physically can be. 1 second. And because she's an obstinate jerk, she decides to purposely do exactly the opposite of what I ask her to do all the time, so it doesn't help to try to tell her to not do something. Which is why yesterday she was so hard to calm down, because every time I told her to calm down or told her to be quiet, she started barking more, because she assumed there's a reason that I'm telling her to be quiet, and she needs to bark more. It's a fun, never-ending struggle with this dog. But then she had really good progress at the end of the night for once, where she actually managed to go almost the entirety of the property at our apartment place without barking or pulling. before bed to be able to sniff. Oh goodness, excuse me, I'm exhausted. To be able to sniff and explore before because the newest routine that I added to try to get her used to the area and get her to calm down a little is bringing her out for like a little bit of running around and a little bit of a walk at night. But of course it's been really slow progress because it has to be really careful depending on her mood and depending on if there's anyone outside and how she does, and she only gets to go further if she's not pulling and that sort of thing. It's partial meant to be leash training and partial trying to give her like a little bit of freedom, and I'm hoping in theory it'll help her be a little comfortable with the area so she's not barking at people and everything because she knows she's comfortable in the area and it's not like this foreign area. Granted, she has been out and about in the apartment complex area before. Like, she's been out in that yard, in that entire yard, since she was a puppy. But she hasn't been out in the yard for quite a while, that because of the fact that she barks at everything. So, like, I can't bring her out and about during the day, since there's people usually out, and so she starts barking and freaking out. So she just stays in, like, our little yard for the most part. But at night, usually when we're getting ready for bed, when I bring her out before bed, there's, like, no one outside. So I've started trying to bring her out further and further each time to get her a little used to it. It sort of works. The last couple times, there's this stick that she really loves outside that she will do anything for, so I use that as a kind of guideline to teach her to stay with me instead of pulling. And then when she stops pulling, I just kind of put it away and let her like guide herself and figure it out, and then I will stop if she's pulling too much, or I will do a little tug in response, because with pulling leashes with dogs, if you just constantly let them pull you, they think they're getting their way, so they keep pulling anyways, like it's not actually training them anything. Versus if you give a short little tug, it teaches them kind of that tension, it teaches them to slow down a little and respond to you instead of just keep going, because they'll just push against the pressure, they won't really care. Dog behavior and mentality wise, it's literally, it's just pressure, they don't care. Even if it's around their neck like their collar, it's just pressure, so they think that they're fighting against the pressure by still going. But the short tug isn't pressure, it's a redirect. So anyways, that's how I do it. And if she pulls too much, I do stop and I tell her to come back to me and refocus her so that she doesn't tug herself too bad. But that's our little system, and we did it very, very small spurts of it at first, where we just like went really short distance, and just kind of went across the parking lot and back a couple times and that sort of thing. But last night she was being really well behaved and there was absolutely no one outside, even on the other side of the apartment complex, so we went for a little bit further, because normally the other side has people out, so I can't go that far. But there was no one out, so we went a little further. She got to go... Oh, I just used my sword on accident. I meant to use my axe. She got to go all the way down to the edge of the road, like all the way through the other side of the parking lot of the area, because there's two different parking lots and we're on the back one. So she went all the way out towards the road, around the other parking lot. She went all the way around our parking lot, and then she went back to the yard, and she did pretty okay with it. She didn't really pull too bad at any point, and she still redirected pretty good, and she didn't bark at anything, so it was really good. Nixie, I swear to God. I literally have to keep telling her leave it, the same thing over and over again. Anyways. Yeah, so she did pretty okay last night, so she got some extra enrichment and she got to run around some more, which was nice for her. She got, like, it's really good for her before bed because it gives her, like, the mental stimulation of being able to smell everything, which is what tires her out more so than physical activity, because she can run around for hours on end and she won't tire herself out that bad. But the actual mental stimulation of doing training or of being able to smell a bunch of things and process a bunch of things is really good for her. So, that's what we did, and then she went to bed pretty good. She was doing really good, but today she's been a mess because I had to wake up early for that appointment, and she assumed that that meant she could wake up early, and she couldn't get up early to go out. She had to wait a little longer to go out, so she sat there, like, whining at me and being annoying because she wanted to move. And then she dropped her toy off the bed that she uses for stimulation, so she couldn't, like, play with anything, and I couldn't get out of bed to get it, because if I got out of bed, it meant she thought, like, if I got out of bed at that point, she would have just run out of bed, because she would have assumed that it meant she could go wherever. So I had to try to stay in bed and to keep her calm enough in bed that it could last a little longer. And she still ended up getting up an hour, like, half hour early, even with all the trying of getting her to stay still or to last a little longer. It really didn't work well, so that hour early really threw her off, because then she went out an hour early, which means she'll be begging to go back out an hour early, and she begged for food an hour early, but she didn't get it an hour early, so she's just all sorts of a mess today too. She's really routine driven like I am, so she, like, cannot stand the routine changing, and she doesn't know what's going on when it changes. So, especially when it's been all week of the same routine and then suddenly it changes when it's supposed to still be the same, and she knows it because she knows the days go by the same way. So it's a whole mess. Everything is fantastically messy right now, but that's life. I did not mean to get so intensely talkative today about things in my own life, but I just chat when I'm given nothing else to chat about. Shoot him. Shoot him. Yes! No, it didn't count. Damn it. He died by the fire tick right after that shot, so it didn't count for a disc shot. That sucks. Nixie, leave her alone now. I am not kidding. I swear to God, if I have to yell at you, I'm going to lose my mind. Leave it. No. Leave it, I said. Nixie, you know leave it. Swear to God. Nixie. Leave it. Leave it. 1 second. I probably would have been better off keeping the mic muted and having some background noise on today, evidently, since she decides she's going to be up the cat's butt all day. She's not normally this bad, but I think everything being out of whack has put her pretty off this week. And also the cat being in heat and not technically caring as much whether she messes with her. Because the cat's like, oh, it's fine, I'm getting attention. And it's like, no, it's not fine, because then you scream when the dog hurts you. And I don't want the dog to hurt her. Like, I don't know how to handle it, because the cat literally will, I'll tell the dog to leave the cat alone, and the cat will walk right back in the dog's face. And it's like, I just want to be like, well, you wanted to be in her face, so you get to be hurt, but I'm worried that the dog could actually injure her because the dog's a lot bigger than her and has the capability of genuinely injuring her. So it's like, I can't just, I don't have the frame of mind to be able to just be like, whatever, deal with it yourselves, you know? But it's really weird to be in a situation. Okay, so I keep ending up on, like, you guys are just getting pretty much my brain rambles today, like what my brain ends up on while I'm thinking in the silence in between thoughts. But, anyways, the thing that came up in the silence in between that thought was, it's weird that, like, my instinct with being in a relationship is wanting to be able to talk to someone and, like, wanting to be able to trust them. So when something upsets me or frustrates me, like, I message him, and I'm like, this happened, and I'm really upset or frustrated, and it's just weird to me that, like, that isn't reciprocated in a way. I mean, I don't mean reciprocated as in he does the same thing back. I mean reciprocated as in the energy is reciprocated. Like, if I'm telling him, oh, I had a really bad day, or oh, this is going on and I'm really worried about it, or I'm really anxious, or this just absolutely exploded and I'm freaking out, and he just, like, leaves it on red and doesn't do anything. It's just weird to me. It just doesn't make sense. But that's how my life is, I guess. I'm the one that signed up for it. My brain's just trying to wrap around that in the background of all my other thoughts, because that's pretty much what happened. Was that this happened at like 10 o'clock, and I messaged him all about it, and then he opened it, which I wasn't expecting him to open it yet since he's in the middle of work, and then he just left it unopened, and then he didn't say anything about it at lunch either. Like, and I messaged him and I was like, sorry, I guess I just shouldn't message you since you're not going to answer me anyways. And he just, like, didn't message me, and I was like, alright. Because, I mean, I get opening it and not responding if you're in the middle of work, obviously, but then you'd think he'd respond during lunch when he has time to respond. I don't know. Y'all don't need to know my problems, but you are today anyways, because I am exhausted. Your friendly neighborhood mental health streamer is having a mental health issue, so we get rambles for a minute. Ay. That wasn't that bad of a night for mob hunting. I don't like using them looting on the creepers. It's kind of useless because I don't need the gunpowder, so I've just been throwing it out. I mean, I guess I could keep collecting it since I'm going to start the storage system now, which means I can put like a whole double chest for it. I don't know how I'll do those, actually. I don't know if I want to set it as keeping a separate chest for each mob, or if I want to just do it as like 2 or 3 double chests worth of mob drops in general. I think the separate mobs would make more sense for my brain to wrap around, and to keep it more organized and nitpicky like it's been. But I feel like if I do that, I'm going to run out of chests way too fast. So, that's a concern. But we haven't gotten to sorting that chest yet, so who knows. The other problem about sorting things is I'm pretty used to just running back to here every time, and I won't be running back to here every time if it's sorted differently. I'll have to run back into the house all the way to the top of the house to do it. Which is fine, that's what's going to happen when you move things around. It's just wonky for my brain to wrap around. I'm going to go fishing so I can get some more fish to tame some good cats. Because we need a couple more of the types of cats. And also it'd be fine to trade excess with the fisherman. I know my brain's going everywhere, I apologize. It's a bit rambly and difficult to listen to because that's pretty much how my brain is functioning. A bit rambly and difficult to deal with. So, it is what it is. The cat also keeps trying to eat the dog food and it makes her sick. So, she's kind of signing herself up for that. I hate when she's sick though, because it seems like it hurts her, because she, like, whenever she, like, throws up or is sick, she either gets really antisocial and just hides, or she, like, screams when she throws up. Like, she makes a really loud sound when she throws up, and it sounds like it's painful for her, and I feel really bad. Nixie, leave her alone. I keep having to double check. I keep having to double check that my mic is actually down and not up because I flip it up to mute it. And because I keep having to mute it, I'm worried it's gonna stay muted on accident. Or I'll forget to flip it back down or something. That's a cow and I need cows. We still have to name more creatures. I just haven't gotten that far yet because I don't know what else to name. I don't know what to name the horses that I have to name and that sort of thing. Nixie, leave her alone, please. Thank you. Couch, come here. Come here. You need to relax now. I have told you 1,000,000,000 times today. You did training, and you did playtime, and you ran, and you calmed yourself down, and now you just won't stop going after the kitty cat. Hello, I don't need my face to be covered in kisses. I don't. I'll give you a kiss, though. Good puppy, you just gotta relax. I'm not mad at you, you're just driving me crazy. You're fine. You just gotta settle with a chew toy or something. Yeah. My hand is not a chew toy. My hand is not a chew toy. It is not. It is not. Your bites hurt because you bite hard. You do. You bite hard, Boogabot. What you doing? What you doing today? Why are you so worked up and after the kitty cat? The kitty cat's allowed to drink from your water bowl. Stop staring at her like you're gonna murder her. It's a big water bowl you can share. She prefers to drink out of the big bowl rather than her little bowl up on the kitty posts. You've barely drank water today anyways. Maybe it'll inspire you to drink some water. We gotta go kill that cow before it dies in the fire. I guess it can't really die in the fire if it doesn't stay in it entirely, and it won't because of its instinct to run away. Because the rain will put it back out of fire. Please tell me I can sleep through this rain soon. I hate the Minecraft rain. But yeah, what I'm thinking is I probably have to turn off the music in the Minecraft audio from now on and just leave regular audio. I guess it'd make the mic a little clearer, but it's also for when I have no mic because as much as I love the Minecraft sounds and the Minecraft music, it's evidently copyrighted now and it's making an issue on my channel and on my VOD's channel too. Nixie, you are so dumb sometimes. Sometimes I swear she tries to like drown herself because she doesn't understand what water is. She will sit there in her water bowl and like put her nose physically to the bottom of it like there's something at the bottom of it and there isn't. And it's a little concerning. But when she actually drinks water, she's flat as I don't mind her messing with it a bit because it gets her to drink water normally. Because when she tries to drink water, she pretty much ends up either choking on it or splashing it everywhere, and there's pretty much no in between. But the Minecraft world is coming along, which is very nice. We have some good progress in that field of things. What did we fish out? We fished out a knockback 2 and an unbreaking mending lure, cursive vanishing. I don't think I really need either of them, honestly. I actually need to make a chest for all the ones that I'm not going to use right now. I think these are all the ones I would use, right? Yeah, so let's take all the ones that we aren't using right now. So like Prot 1, Prot 3. I guess I could keep Prot 3 in case I get another Prot 3. Fire. I think we already have. Yeah. Sharp 3 I don't need. Piercing I don't need. I don't use. Loading 3 I guess I'll keep. Loyalty 3 I won't use right now. Podge Potter piercing I won't use. I really just don't use piercing because I don't use crossbows. I think it's a crossbow enchant, isn't it? If I remember correctly. I don't need a bunch of looting 2s right now. Where's the looting 3 I took out that I was gonna put in the... There was a looting 3 in here. Oh, I just left it in there. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's go put these in their own chest. Can I sleep yet? No. Oh, and we need the, yeah, I was gonna say we need the fishing rod because that goes in the chest we made already. There we go, now she's starting to calm down a little. It just takes her some time. Where's our tools one? This one, fishing rod. Did we do an enchantment one yet? No, we did not, so let's do it up here. Normally I keep the enchanting ones usually closer to the stuff that I started with, but it's fine if it's a little disorganized because it's pretty visible like this, so it's fine to be a little not my normal routine. I need to sleep is what I need, both in real life and in Minecraft. Same thing with food. I think I'll keep a singular double chest for food because I don't want to waste as many chests as I can organizing it all. Like in one of the worlds that him and I had, I did a double chest for each type of food, which was really annoying to deal with. A, it's annoying to sort, and B, it's annoying to have to take it apart every time. We also need a chest for, like, seeds and stuff. I guess I could put those in with nature. I was gonna put it in with something else, but I guess I can put it in with nature. Let's do a chest for food and put all of our cooked food in it since we don't need it right now. And apples, anything that we're not going to be trading away right now, like all of this. Nope, raw salmon we'll be trading. And then we can do a honey chest and put the signs in with the wood because that's where they go. We can do this into the wool chest. My hope is that I can get all of this down to like one double chest. I think I can right now. And then we can keep these miscellaneous chests for now. Just kind of condensing the chest system some, so that we don't have so many piled up. I need to set up a bedroom, but I don't know how I want to decorate it, so it's a little upsetting to figure out. Because I have to like pick a room and then decorate it and all of that, and I don't know what I'll do with it yet. Put wool in here. I am compromising some, like for example, I normally have a separate chest for farming stuff than I do for the actual nature stuff, which is why I have a separate saplings, flowers, and then nature. But I guess I'll just compile it for now. We'll do a honey chest because we have plenty of bees. I just like the look of having this all spread out a bit. It looks better. Did we get everything? We did. So then I think now I can break that top double chest and put it all into the bottom one. I think. I hope. Because I just picked up a bunch of... Yeah, I can, okay. Very small amount of things. Chests and stripped wool. Please let me sleep. Thank you. Yeah, that's a little better. It's a little annoying because the staggered, I might... Yeah, I'll break this. I was debating it. Place it like that. It's for now. This stuff can get into different chests for now. Like the map can go in with my... This can go in here. This can go in here. This can go... These can just go in here. The sweet berries can stay in the corner here, or actually in the chest of my bow and stuff, since they'll be moving around a lot. And then we can add that in there. Evidently had a lot of extra chests we could have been using as many as we did, which kind of sucks. Game is definitely lagging some. I remember. No, my game definitely lagging some. Why is it so laggy? Why is it so laggy? I just want... I'm gonna exit and rejoin this world and see if that fixes the lag a little. The lag is pretty significant, so I don't know what it's doing. I was checking the download center, but the download center isn't downloading anything, so it shouldn't be lagging it. I'm gonna rejoin it once it loads in. I don't know why the PlayStation's so laggy. Is it my Wi-Fi? It could be my Wi-Fi. Where's my Wi-Fi app on my phone? Do I have to? Continue. I'm making sure my Wi-Fi is working properly. Why is it not signing me in? Seriously? The hell? It literally won't sign into my Wi-Fi app to check my Wi-Fi. It sounds like the audio is starting to level back out again. Is it gonna work? I don't know. Hopefully it'll work now. Do do do. But yeah, one of the YouTube VODs blew up for some reason. I'm not sure why. I haven't checked my YouTube notifications on that channel to see what's going on with it. From now until pretty much the so Monday through Friday from now until whenever is consistently going to be the same schedule for the Twitch VOD channel, where it's all once a day at around 10 a.m. And I have a few different like community posts as well that are scheduled out. Yeah, for some reason episode 21 got 100 views right now, but I still am at the same subscribers and same interaction rate. So I don't know, people think it's interesting, which is cool. People want to be interested, they can be interested. It seems a little bit less laggy, but not much. I'd like to fish some more to get some name tags and fish. But I'm just doing this real quick. Nixie also attempted to eat a candle earlier, so she's a bit dopey today. Which, no, I don't keep candles in reach of my dog. I have candles on the TV stand that are covered, and the cat gets up once in a while and decides to knock them down, which puts them in reach of the dog, and I don't realize that they're down until the dog tries to play with them by batting them around, usually. And then today she decided to open one and try to eat it, which I very quickly realized she was trying to eat something, and I was like, let's not do that, and took it away from her very quickly, so. No harm done, but still a little stressful. But stressful is that dog's middle name, so. Let's fish. I'd like to get name tags, but I doubt I will, knowing that I need them. Probably get more saddles, even though we don't need more saddles. What I also need to do when I have one of my hyperfixation channel is make some separate content to put on like the VOD channel and to like make just straight VODs all the time. Like either clip together some of the clips to make a video about the process of a build, or take out some clips of like about me or answering questions, or do like a Q&A stream for a VOD, or do shorter videos to introduce me or the pets or things like that. There is going to be an introduction to the pets on the community tab of it, or at least introduction to Nixie, the dog that's usually being a nuisance on stream. Even though you could go to my Instagram and see it anyways, I figured I'd put it on the VODs channel too. And I'll have to record some videos for the pets so that I can do introductions that way too. But I don't know. I don't really know what to make for introductions and things, so I don't know what to do for extra videos for it. Because I know doing a lot shorter videos will help with interaction and help also have like a secondary place for the channel to exist, in a way. We also have to have a 30 follower goal, because we're at 29 followers. So we need to have a 30 follower goal for what happens at 30 followers. The 25 follower goal was taming and naming pets. I guess 30 followers could be witchy chat, if anyone's interested in witchy stuff. That'd be kind of cool, doing like a witchy stream where I just chat about witchy stuff from like my books that I have, or any of my crystals or things like that. I do like a real life stream where I show my crystals, but I can't because I don't have them unboxed again from moving yet. Yes, I've lived in this house for a year and my poor crystals are still boxed. That's why I'm really hoping we move some of my stuff this weekend so that I have places to put my crystals. But I don't know if that'll happen or not. Technically, to move my stuff, I have to pack some more, and I haven't been able to get over to my dad's to pack some more, and I can't just like and then move stuff because we have to do other stuff while we're there, like help my dad move things of his own. So I don't know. It's this weird limbo. And I'm sure I have to call my landlord and like, I'm moving things and there's not a new person moving into the apartment, because she'll probably like instantly call me and lecture me about how we can't have another person in the apartment if we're moving anything into the apartment, even though we're obviously not moving ahead. But she'd probably assume we're moving in someone else's things when it's literally just my things that have been at my dad's for over a year, because it was supposed to get moved, and then every time it was supposed to get moved, either my dad didn't have a truck, or the weather was really bad, or no one wanted to help me, or things like that, so it's just been constantly procrastinated on. Like, originally we didn't move it because it was winter, and it was late fall into winter, and I was like, I don't have the time to move it in good weather. And then my dad got in an accident with his truck, and his truck was off the road for months because the garage was taking their time trying to get it fixed. And then it finally got back to his house, and he still had to do more to it, and it's still off the road. And then my partner got his truck, but then his truck wasn't working enough to be able to go get it, to be able to do that long of a drive with it, and now it is working to be able to do that long of a drive for the most part. But then we've been doing other things with it, so it's a whole mess. And for the most part, I really don't want to ride in my partner's truck. Like, it terrifies me because it's always acting up, so I'd prefer to just drive my rig, but it'd be a waste of gas if we took both vehicles to my dad's just to use his truck for moving things, because both vehicles aren't that great on gas, especially his truck, so it'd be a real big waste of gas. And gas is not cheap. I put 20 bucks in my tank and it didn't even get me a quarter of a tank, put it that way. But, and I don't get high grade or anything, I just get regular low grade. I don't get mid or high grade because there's no point in it. It keeps moving and functioning. The only reason it makes a difference is if it's a really like high quality vehicle with a really decent engine, and it's not. It's always had low grade its whole life, so it doesn't affect it. The only difference it makes is the ethanol, and the ethanol is what gums up when it's sitting, and it doesn't sit long enough for the ethanol to gum up. And if it does, I can run treatment through it so it doesn't have ethanol in it, so. The only reason the ethanol really matters is if it's sitting for months at a time without running, and that doesn't happen anymore because it's my daily driver, so it always moves at least once a week on the bare minimum, which keeps everything from sitting and getting all nasty and gummed up. Oh, screw that, I'm gonna go mob hunting. Hey, at least we know our little base is sort of protected from creepers, considering how many cats we have sitting around. We did get one more name tag, which is useful. Let's mob hunt. We're running low on arrows again, which is fine. I've been purposefully using them up, because we can buy more or make more anytime. So I'm fine with using them up. And we had stacks of them when we started this. Good shots. Only missed one, I think. I didn't keep count. Nixie, I swear to God, get out from under my feet, please. You're gonna move the whole shelf and you're gonna make my water spill everywhere. We have this tiny little shelf that sits next to the couch where I'm streaming, because it usually holds like our cups when we're drinking things, or like the remotes and stuff, but it's a really tiny shelf, which means it's really lightweight, which means the dog can push it around. And she'll try to purposefully dig around behind it underneath the heater for whatever reason, just to be a nuisance, or because she'll lose toys behind it and stuff, which right now she doesn't have a toy behind it, she's just being a nuisance, which means she tosses the whole damn shelf around and it usually tips and spills things. Luckily, for the most part, it usually has a cup on it that's empty, because I'm usually constantly drinking my water that I pour, but I haven't been drinking much water today, so my cup is still pretty full, and it would pretty much spill everywhere very easily. Just barely missed. Nixie, leave her alone. Hey. 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 I'm trying to make any noise I can with like snapping or hitting my feet on the floor to get her attention. Because it's usually what makes her snap back to listening. Nixie, leave her alone. Minus me yelling or getting stern, and I hate yelling. Just my luck that I viscerally hate yelling, but for some reason I have a dog that literally only listens to me if I'm yelling at her. It's fantastic. The universe works in fantastic ways. I'd love to get these guys with looting, but the problem is the flame on my sword makes them really unreliable to try to kill these Endermen. I guess I could do my sharp 4 axe. It won't be looting, but it'll kill him. Because the flame makes them really unreliable. Unless I manage to get the last hit off on them with the flame sword, it really wouldn't do much because it makes them teleport everywhere. Like, maybe I can do that. Yeah, that did it, because that's looting for the last hit, so it did give the looting effect. I like using looting on the witches now because we get some fire as potions, which I really need for the nether exploration. Level 40, we need to do some enchanting. Or I guess some combining things, because we're actually almost done with enchanting. We've got some really good stuff already. We're pretty close to not having to enchant anymore, which is the good part, and then you can just let your levels rack up. Although I prefer to use my levels as much as possible because of the fact that I have a habit of dying. As you all know, because I've died at least a dozen times in this series. That was some nice lag. I let go of it on that spider and it didn't try to kill it until long after I had refocused on a different target. It's definitely still pretty laggy. I assume it's his PlayStation and not my Wi-Fi, but I'm not sure. The Wi-Fi could be acting up because we're supposed to get a rainstorm today. Or tonight into tomorrow or something. We're supposed to get a rainstorm soon. Which I'm actually really glad about, because normally this time of year, if we were getting a storm, it would be absolute snowstorm, not rain. So I am definitely fine with getting rain. I will take rain any day over being buried in snow right now, because I still have a lot to do before the snow comes. But yeah, we're getting like a full-on tropical rainstorm in November of all times, which is normally when we get at least a couple inches of snow. So if it was an actual full-on storm like it's going to be and the temperatures were slightly lower, we would have easily 2 feet of snow is my point. So it's like, wow. Gotta love the temperamental weather, huh? I don't really have anything against snow, I just still have things to do before the snow hits, so. Like finishing off a few things for my vehicle and that sort of thing. And helping my dad move stuff around before snow hits and all kinds of other stuff. And my partner still has to get his rig ready for inspection before the snow hits, because his inspection is in December, and December usually has snow, so it's kind of a pain in the butt to get an inspection ready in the month that it needs to be inspected for him. Mine's inspected in April right now, even though that's not my birthday, because it's still in my dad's name for sake of insurance and stuff. So, and his birthday's in April, so like April's pretty fine. We can get stuff done right before inspection easy enough. Most of the time I just go over a few hours early for inspection and we check everything and make sure nothing has to be fixed, or if it has to be fixed we do it real quick before inspection. Because my dad also has enough knowledge to keep up with the inspection rules and stuff. since he's a mechanic, so he can usually kind of guarantee that we'll have some preparation ahead of time instead of like going there and then finding out there that it has to do something else or it needs something else and won't pass. Every year like clockwork. Nixie, no. No, you do not need to tear the cat scratch post apart. It is not yours. You want to tear something apart, tear your own bed apart. That's the cat's bed. That is the cat's. You don't need to take the tufts of carpet off of it. No, don't roof at me. Don't roof at me, you stubborn butt. Power 2's not bad, but we have good enough. We don't need it. Nixie. Stop it. Hey. Look at that. Cut it out. Cut it out. It's weird when you start getting maxed out things and you don't really know what else to enchant. Like, I'm gonna go check for enchantments because I need to use levels, but I don't know what to enchant because pretty much anything I have is maxed. And there's no real reason to bother with it. I guess I need a different Silk Touch pickaxe. A maxed out Silk Touch would be useful for some things. Like, I don't really need fire prot, I don't need blast prot, I don't need blast prot. I like just regular prot, not blast or fire or proj prot or any of that. I don't need Unbreaking 3, I already have it on my sword. I don't need Fire Aspect 1 on a book. I don't need Unbreaking 3, I guess I can try it. I guess I can disenchant the Silk Touch and see what I get from Unbreaking 3. Because I need a decent Silk Touch pickaxe to be able to do some things. Yeah, Unbreaking 3, Silk Touch 1, Efficiency 3, I'll take that. I guess we could buy another diamond pick from the villagers to get another efficiency enchant on it to add to that. And a Silk Touch axe might be helpful, but I don't think I'll be able to get it just plain. I think I'll have to get it like as a book. Like, these are useless. But I don't know what else to do really. What is it for this Unbreaking 3 again? I guess we can go buy another diamond pick to try to mess with. Like, as far as I'm aware, this is maxed as far as I need it. These are maxed as far as I need them. My pickaxe is pretty much maxed as far as I need it. I think I just need efficiency 4 to add to it, which I think I can buy off the villagers. And then I can just add mending. What else did I need off the villagers though? Because I needed a couple books to finish the armor we had. Thorns. That's interesting. You're welcome to lurk, I don't mind. I think we need thorns and mending. And I think we have both. There's something I thought I forgot though. I guess I didn't. Oh, we need an extra thorns book, that's what we need. We need one more thorns book. And I need, do I have an extra efficiency 4 book? I do. So I can just add that. And I have mending efficiency 4 on that. Do I have enough mending books? I do not. So I need what? Oh wait, I do. Okay, so I need I need one more Thorns book, and that's all I need. And then a pickaxe. Do I want to know what you mean by that comment? Probably not, huh? Let me grab some of the things to trade with the villagers while I'm over here. And grab fish in case I see a good cat. Okay, so I need one more. Oh, understandable. Evidently there's Overwatch on this PlayStation now. My partner just downloaded it the other day. Or Overwatch 2 or something. I don't know. I saw Overwatch something. I don't keep up with what games he plays, because they change a lot. Need a mending book. Oh, I need a Thorns book. And I need a mending book. Yeah, it was 2. I just haven't seen, like, yeah, I don't know. I just haven't seen him play it before, so I didn't know what he was, whether he plays, whether he's playing it or whether he just downloaded it or what. But I don't pay attention to his games much anymore, so I don't know. It's not really my business. I could care less what he plays. It's his free time. I need one of my I need my toolsmith, wherever my toolsmith is. I think he's up here. Toolsmith, haha. Pickaxe, ta-da. Yeah, I don't know if Overwatch was already on here, or like Overwatch 2 was already on here or whatever, but now it's on here. I saw it was updating when I was trying to start the game up, so. I'm trying not to download any extra games, like, of games that I play, because of the fact that he's been adding games here and there, and I don't want to take up too much space on this, because this thing is kind of close to being full because of how many games he has on it. So I'm trying to be respectful of it and not take up too much space. But I just play Minecraft anyways. Yeah, his storage is pretty rough on this. I don't know like exactly how close it is, but I know it was pretty rough. Breaking 3 efficiency 4. Yeah. That's quite a few games to fit for the drive though. I think his is a 2 terabyte as well of a PlayStation 4. But he also has like Call of Duty and stuff, which is kind of heavy on storage, so that's why he has quite a bit of storage used up on his. Screw it, what's Sharp 3 gonna give me? Just Sharp 3, nice, that's useful, not. curiosity thought. If I use a Silk Touch pickaxe, on a bee's nest, it won't work, I don't think, because I think you need an axe. And you need a Silk Touch axe. I'm googling it. Okay, so it just says Silk Touch tool, so I think Silk Touch Silk Touch pickaxe is fine. It's not gonna bother it. Let's also max out this one because I need to use this for things. Efficiency 5, mending 1. That's our good pick, which we needed to max out because I need to use it for mining and things. Let's try to max out these for whatever amount of enchants they'll take. My worry is, if I add thorns, will it let me put mending? What's the max? Max number of enchants on a helmet. That doesn't help me. It's not telling me what the max is. Be safe, please. That's a little worrying. Be safe, please. Take care of yourself. I know I can't put mending on it. It already has mending. Thorns is what I want. Will it take away any of the enchants? Feather falling, depth strider, prot, unbreaking, mending. Feather falling, depth strider, prot, unbreaking, mending. Yeah, okay. Oop, that broke the anvil. I don't know what else to add to my chest and my leggings. I don't think there's really anything else I can add, honestly. Okay, let's go hunt some mobs at night because we are very low on levels from all of that. And we need to combine some more things to get our fully maxed out gear finished. It's crazy that I have like almost fully maxed out gear done and I still haven't finished a house. Like, I have it existing, but I haven't finished it. Oh, I didn't know there was another one. Ooh, no, screw that. I will pick off some of the non-banner ones, because I can shoot them once and they'll die of fire ticks. They keep spawning because of the village being nearby. Luckily, they haven't found the village yet. Because I haven't gotten the bad omen thingy and brought it to them. Let's see how fast we can go back up in levels from how many we just shot. Well, we doubled the level we started with. I think we'll be able to get to level 12, roughly. That's my rough estimate. and guess. I cannot hit that skeleton. That skeleton's a dodging master, and I'm just a bad shot. Oh, maybe we'll get past level 12, because we're already at level 11 and we still have some nighttime left. Not a dodging master from my sword. Yeah, we already hit level 12 and then some, so I guess my level 12 was a pretty low bet. I figured the night was already far enough over with that I wouldn't get that many levels, but I forget how quick it is to level up at a low level. We hit level 15. How close is it to the end of the night? Oh, not that close. Maybe we'll hit like level 16? Not 16, I mean 18. Well, with that many accurate snipes, maybe I'll hit further than that. No, we'll probably stagnate around like 18 or 19. That was a really close call to dying, actually. I didn't think he'd do that much damage in one hit. Let's go after this witch. Another fire spot. More witches. I am down, actually. I have to get up close and personal with them, though, because otherwise I will get splash potted so fast. That one I had to get a bow shot on, because otherwise it was going to come right up to me and poison me, and I would have died so quick. Sadly, I couldn't get a looting shot on him. Because that baby zombie got me really low, so that witch would have thrown either a harmony or a poison and would have immediately died. I can't believe got from level 4 to level 20 in one night. That's insane. The lower levels go so fast. We like make barely a few levels of a whole night of level 30 to 40 range. Shoot. I need to drop a broken bow to get this potion picked up. What's this bow? I'm breaking power, I'm good. I want the potion bottles. We did pretty good. We'll probably get a few more levels since we need more leather. We have to go find some leather for some item frames to continue that chest room. Some of this gold stuff's useful for like the nether, but I still just don't really want to keep it that badly. We're down to about a stack of... Geez, that's interesting. Fortune and breaking efficiency. We're down to about a stack of arrows. Let's get the things we need. Sort. Put away the arrows, put away the bow. Put away the stuff we're not bringing into the house to sort. Take the stuff we need to bring into the house to sort. Potions, tools. Potion bottles. Wool. That sort of thing. Make some more wool. Good enough. Let's put these away and then go trade with the villagers and then go get some leather for the item frames. Because I really want to get all the item frames done on those chests so I can finish doing the rest of that chest system over here. Once I have my chest moved over, I have no choice but to move my room, which is why I'm doing it this way. Because then I kind of force myself to move into the house fully because I have to be close to my chest system, so I have to be in the room. But what room am I going to use? It's a big question. I think it'll be this floor. I just don't know which one. There's a few of them. I think we'll do this one or this one. I just don't know which. I like the big window, but I also kind of like having the more walls. I don't know. Maybe we could do like these as being pets rooms and then my bedroom. But then we'd have to have like the window blocked because of the pets. I don't know. I don't know. We'll probably put a couple pets out on the balcony to watch the view. And like a couple pets out in the garden once we finish the garden area. I could do the garden area fairly easy. That'd be something to focus on pretty quick and easy. First focus is the chest room. That's why I'm not doing much. And the rest of the house, I'm trying to finish the chest room first. I hate when you accidentally break wheat when it's so close to being fully grown, because that's just a complete waste. I think there's probably like a lot spawning down underground in the caves or something, and that's why it gets so laggy in this area. Like whenever I'm up here on the farm, it's always super laggy, so I think it's either the farm's lagging it or there's stuff spawning in the caves that's lagging it. Because there are caves underneath here fairly close by because of the cave system over here. So there might be like a lot of things spawning down in the caves, causing it to be a mess. But I'm not entirely sure why it's so laggy. That's just my best guess based on the location. We have quite the collection going. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like stuff spawning down here, or like it's trying to load in all of this, and that's why it's so bad. Because this is a pretty big hole down here that is trying to load in at once, since I'm near to it. So it's trying to load in the drops we're making drop from the farm, and also the stuff that's down underground. And it's a bit too much for it to handle at once. That'd be my best guess. Could be a completely wrong guess, but it's my best guess that I have. Another wandering trader spawned in. They never cease. I don't know why the spawn rates of them are so high. I guess it helps for people that don't want to travel a lot and want the items from them. It's just weird to me why they're so high. Almost all of these potatoes were full grown. I did break a couple that weren't full grown on accident. But still, that's quite a big majority being full grown. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing today, or if he wants to be doing it either when he gets home. It's funny about the farm. It always lags really bad over the wheat farm. Just carrots and potatoes with little to no lag. This wheat farm is not having it. That's so weird. I don't know why it's so laggy. How did you get in here? Are you kidding me? Just for that, you're dying like your llamas. Get out of my damn farm. Stomping my crops everywhere. Oh, the slabs, that's how. They're walking over the damn slabs to wander closer to me when I'm in here. It's so annoying. Is that cow over here still here? Probably not. It probably despawned. Yeah, it despawned. Sad. I didn't want to pause harvesting to get it, but I should have. Well, now we have plenty of stuff to trade. I don't need a whole extra stack of seeds in the main chest. That's what that chest is for. I haven't even gotten to the point of being able to use paper and leather for making books for bookshelves for decorating the house, because we need so much leather for the actual, I should have grabbed my rotten flesh. We need so much leather for the actual item frames first. Where's my farmer over here? There's supposed to be a farmer here. Hello? That's a fisherman. Where's my farmer? Normally they stay by their workstations. What the heck? Well, I'll go grab rotten flesh while I'm waiting. It's about to go back to nighttime. I guess I'll have to go sleep too. Dang it. Minecraft days never last long enough. Except for when you need to hunt something at night, and then they last ages. I guess that's the rule of the world. In general, when you want something, it takes a lot slower to get to you. Take some extra fish in case we see a kitty cat. Sleep. I do have to get off soon. I think. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know what's going on today, so I don't know whether I have to get off immediately or whether I can play a little longer while he's here. It's all so confusing. Where is my farmer? Why is he not at his station? It's a little concerning. Is he just, like, stuck somewhere? Did he take... Where did my farmer go? My main farmer, man. I'm worried he's stuck somewhere or he's dead. Because he's always at that station. What's our fisherman? Where's that farmer? What if that farmer died? That farmer's... Oh, there's one. They're sticking together, that's why. For some reason he got all the way up here. Are there any decent kitty cats around that we could tame? That we need to add to the collection? I wish they, like, gave you books for emeralds. That'd be a lot easier. We could also trade for some name tags. Ooh, I hear a kitty cat. Yes, please. Please, this is the cat we need to name Lucifer. This is the kitty cat type we need to name Lucifer. Yes. We have a Lucifer cat. I need all the types. I will take an orange cat. We don't have an orange cat yet. Come here, kitty. What are you doing, puppy dog? You hear me talking about cats? You'd be very mad if we got more cats in real life, I think. Even though I do want another cat. Sadly, the apartment will not let it happen yet. Orange cat. Okay, we have an orange cat, we have a black and white cat. What other types are we missing? Is it like an achievement to get one of every type of cat? Because that'd be pretty cool. But I think that's really hard to do if it is, because the black cats are only in witches' huts. And good lord, do I want a black cat. These guys are probably reset enough that I can trade them sticks again. That one we already have. I think we have all the ones that are gonna spawn in here now. For now. Cause I got as many as I could get. From the other village earlier. Also, I really want to kill that iron golem. He's just kind of sitting there doing nothing. He's not actually being helpful in any way. Okay, let's get the kitty cats back over here safely. So now we have... I gotta know what all the types of cats are, because I don't know what they all are. We got over a stack extra emeralds, though, from that trading session. We'll have to collect some nice types of flowers and things to get some decent dyes for the cat colors, so we can do different colored cat colors. Because I know there's more dye colors we can do. Like, we'll have to plant cactus to get green, and then light green, and then mix it to make cyan and stuff like that. We could try to make the helmet. Oh, our anvil broke. We gotta make a new one. We'll have to go mining again soon, probably off stream, because I'm getting low on iron again. $17. That's quite the level cost. It's expected though when it has that much stuff on it. I am eternally forgetting when it tells me that the controller is low. What if we move a beehive into the backyard of the house? Because we can move a beehive with the silk touch now. Like, get them all to go in the beehive at night and then move it. That'd be nice. We could have little bees in our yard. Be a beekeeping backyard. What I'm gonna do for the backyard is probably one tree and like a little pathway and stuff like that. Do it like really simple but a cute way, since it's really small. I actually might even expand it. I might have to plant another tall spruce tree to get this to expand, and expand it over this way so it goes around the house a little more. But I have to have a silk touch to take this, which I guess I could use that pickaxe for. But I need a silk touch shovel as well for that sort of situation. But I don't think I have that as an option. I doubt it. You usually have to get lucky with it. Yeah. In theory though, wouldn't the pickaxe work for it? Even though it's not the right item for the job. We'll have to put mending on this as well. Yes, it will. So what I can do is take out the stuff that's around the garden. Probably even the rim of it too. Because we'll probably make the rim of it be cobblestone. Oop, not what I meant to do. This is going to be the last project before I get off today, I think. But now I'm focused on it, so I need to get it done. Goodness gracious. I can make a second entryway right here as well, so that there's two ways to get in. There we go. And then when we mine out the dirt to place the stuff down, we can use it in here to fill it back in. So let's find spots for it. Let's do it like, I'm thinking this way. I'm thinking expanding it out like this and have it connect in here. So do it like expand it out like this, I'm thinking. Where it's like, I just want to have more space to decorate with. I accidentally broke some of that, which makes me waste a bit of it, but it's okay, I think we have enough anyways. So that it goes like, oh, actually, I'm making it not be the rim, so I'm gonna have to take this one back up and do the edging be like this. Yeah, but it connecting back to that would be awkward, so it has to connect to that somehow. So we'll probably make it be like this, and then we'll make the edging be the only spot that doesn't have this. I'm talking myself through this so bad. So we need one more piece. I'm sure we could find a way to use one more piece somewhere. Yeah, we can consolidate this one little chunk here to be a straight line. And fill this in with dirt. And fill this in with dirt. And then place a torch back down here. Here. Paranoia, I know. The reason I'm leaving the underneath of the fences empty is because I want to have something else to border it. So I think we'll do it like this, and we'll make a couple more entryway spots, and we'll put lanterns down wherever around it. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna finish that project. Let me sleep. I'm gonna finish that project before I get off, because I want to finish it and make it look better. But we have to go up to the storage system to get that stuff that we need. Like the extra walls and some decorative blocks to do as the base and that sort of thing. Shoot. shoot, it is time that I have to bring her out. So let me bring the dog out and then I'll finish that, okay? I'll be right back. I am back. My apologies. I was on a BRB real quick to get the dog outside. We're trying to finish up a little bit of decoration to the garden real quick with some cobblestone walls and a base to them and that sort of thing, which for some reason we don't have any cobblestone walls, so I guess I'll have to make some more and take some extra cobble to make other things. I thought we had walls and slabs and things. Why do I not see them? Did I put them in with the stone stuff? No. I thought I had what I didn't have. Interesting. But I can go over here and make them into walls and slabs and things. But more so just walls for now, because I don't want to fully decorate the garden yet. I don't have the time due today. Now the question is what I'm doing at the base of the walls. I was thinking like cobble, but maybe a form of wood would be better. Like maybe dark oak or spruce wood. Spruce wood might blend in okay. What do I have for spruce planks? I have some. Let's try spruce planks and see what that looks like underneath the fencing. And then if we need more, we have more logs. So let's finish up the fencing real quick. It goes like this. Spruce also makes sense since this is a spruce-based item. The taiga stuff is. Yeah, I like that. Let's do it like that. And we can even put a upward facing log as the accent for the doorways. Like that. We need more. Oops, I accidentally hit triangle instead of X. So now we have 2 stacks of spruce planks. I'll probably just use the extras to make some sticks to trade the villagers, that's fine. It's not like we need a ton of spruce for anything right now anyways, or just keep it to use for making decorative blocks for the house. Because I'll use some decorative spruce in the house as well. And then I need dirt. I need to fill this in. Only slight problem with this system currently is that I wanted a doorway here and that lantern's in the way for my pattern's sakes. I guess we could just do a regular opening instead of the doorway I wanted to do. Just do a regular opening with a fence post. I feel like it should extend a little more this way though. But we just put away the rest of our... if we need to extend it in the future, we can. For now, we'll leave it. We can put a lantern in the corner there. There we go. For now, that's what it'll look like. We'll have to add to it. We'll have to add the roofing for this opening, which will be the same as that. And we'll have to add some lighting and finish decorating it and stuff in the future. For now, that's it for that section. Oh, I did have more walls. They were just in here because I was using them for the project. Oh well, a little more walls won't kill me. I can use them for things. Or just keep them stored for eternity. Either way. But what I'm thinking is we can put a tree in that garden, and then we can possibly move one of the beehives, probably the one up on the hill here, over to the tree, and then we can have flowers so that they can harvest the honey there, and put a little campfire under it so we can harvest the honey from them if we need to, or want to, and then we'll have a perfect little system for honey making in our little cute garden. I think it'd be cool. I do probably need to mob hunt tonight, even though I don't particularly want to, because I'm very low on levels. So So let's mob hunt, I guess. I need to get off soon, but I keep getting distracted, and I really want to fish as well. Oh well, if he comes home and says I'm forgetting something that I need to do, then so be it. As far as I know, I'm not forgetting anything, but I wouldn't know if I'm forgetting anything, because that's kind of the definition of the situation, is forgetting. Can I use this little orb since it's not absorbing? Can I use it for my mending axe? Absorb. I hate when they do this. Absorb. They're tracking me, but they're not absorbing. Goodness gracious. That Skelly is just a deception artist. Master of deception. On a mission to run from me till the end of time. Zombies up on this platform that I want to kill. I prefer to hunt zombies at night. I did unmute my mic, right? I think I did. If I ever wake up at the time that he goes to work and in the weekends when he's starting to do some more weekend work for getting some Christmas money saved up, I could theoretically do a really long stream on Sunday mornings, because Sunday mornings he would be working from like 6 a.m. until noon, so I would have a lot of time to play or do whatever. We got some pretty good turnaround on those shots. There's a creeper hiding in there. The problem is making it to the loot before they despawn when I do shots like that, because there's some shots that I made all the way across this platform, and it takes me a while to get across the platform when I'm fighting mobs. Especially because more mobs spawn and then I want to kill those, and then never-ending cycle. Someone pointed out to me that I say in theory a lot these days, and the reason why is probably because most things that I think in my brain don't actually come out the way that, don't actually act out or come out the way that they are in my mind. So I say in theory a lot because it's like, well, in my head this works this way, but in actuality it really doesn't work that way. So it usually is my own reminder that things aren't quite lining up. And also I have a lot of habits that I pick up on in my way of speaking that last for a little while and then disappear. Same reason why it absolutely was interesting and awful at the same time to work at a gas station, because I would pick up the mannerisms and the accents and little bits of speech from my coworkers and from people that came through the gas station all day, and it would last off and on throughout the day, so my speech and my syntax would be constantly revolving, and it was really hard to keep up with. Because I'd be like, why am I saying it this way, and why am I using this? And then I'd switch back to a different one, and it's so subconscious that I really couldn't stop myself from it. I'm curious what that terminology would be, because I know it's partially masking, and it would partially, but I imagine it's partially stimming as well, since it's partially to do with acting out something that, like, pleases my brain to hear. I angered this guy before I even hit him. And I've got a creeper coming up on me too. Dang it! I was trying to switch to the sword for the last hit, but I couldn't because I was distracted trying to keep that creeper away. I might die. I landed it. I hit him with wooden for the last hit and I didn't get anything out of it. That sucks. It happens, I guess. We are, like, absolutely full of armor in our inventory, though. That's going to become a problem. Let's just bow as much as we can before the day comes, because it's starting to turn to day, it sounds like, by the music. Quick drop some things before I get kamikazed like that. I knew that was gonna happen if I stood there too long. I was hoping I had longer to stand there, though. We slightly get a return on iron from hunting because of the fact that we have that looting on the sword. Really? That was so laggy. I crit him and that... that's fine. It's just frustrating. It's alright. We weren't that high of levels, and we can just go repair it and pick up our stuff. It happens. We were low on health, and that creeper was particularly in our face. And there wasn't really a way to, avoid him. I crit him, but for some reason it only counted as a regular hit. And then for some reason when I went to hit him again, he just, like, sat there and exploded. Instead of getting hit again. But it happens. It's alright. We can drop a bunch of excess bows into the damn void of this hole here. Let's just drop a bunch of the excess bows we don't need into this hole, because we're going to cover it up anyways. Put on somewhat decent armor. Drop the rest into the hole as well, because I don't need it. Reorganize our inventory some. Sword, axe, pickaxe, food, shears, bow. Oh shoot, I missed one. Torches, sword, axe, pickaxe, food, shears. Dirt to fill in the hole. Put a torch down and just fill it in. And of course it starts raining right after I slept. Just my luck. Today is not a lucky day, huh? Should have known that already. At least it started raining after most of the mobs despawned. so it's not like instantly just a bunch of mobs. Oh, the charger fell out of it. This charging cord sucks. Either that or the connection for the controller for charging sucks. One or the other. Or both. Close enough. It's not perfect, but oh well. We need this cow. For some leather. It's going alright. I just died, but it's alright because I was already low in levels, so it's not the biggest deal. I do have to get off soon. I just keep procrastinating on getting off. Glad you're alright, though. Toss some stuff into the random collection chest. Keep a fishing rod on me, put this stuff like this. Good enough. I'm making it a bit too much of a habit of dying. I need to sleep through this dang rain, it's not gonna let me. Yeah, we don't ever get tornadoes around here, so I don't really know what it's like. The closest that a tornado has ever gotten to me was, one happened to occur semi-locally, like, earlier this year because of a freak incident that happened. But other than that, we never really get tornadoes, so... at least in my area at all, because they just never can actually touch down and get up any force to them. We get minor bursts of, like, wind that's trying to become a tornado, that can't actually do any damage, and then that's about it, if that. Yeah, I'm up in New Hampshire, so we don't get much of anything for tornadoes. We're much more likely to get hurricanes than tornadoes, to put it that way. And even those, as far as where I live in the state, we don't get those that much. We just get the blast of them, the leftover rain of them and stuff, because we're so far away from the seacoast. So... well, luckily major weather isn't that much of a thing over here, besides, storms, rain and snowstorms. The most major weather we usually get is rain and snowstorms. Yeah, it's, New Hampshire's pretty mountainy and hilly, so we don't get very much of, at all of, really tornado risk, I think. There are, granted, some areas, like the one that did touch down close to me, touched down because it was in an area that's pretty full of just open fields for some farming. But even then, it barely lasted at all, and it took down, like, a few trees along a main road, and that was about it. So... it's pretty lack of major weather here. I mean, we get hit by hurricanes pretty bad once in a while on the seacoast, but because I'm so far from the seacoast, we usually end up with just the blast radius of it, of, like, rain and wind. So, the biggest things we have are major storms. Like, we have some pretty bad snowstorms in the wintertime at times. We have, some pretty bad nor'easters once in a while. We have, like, a tropical rainstorm that's coming in right now. That's gonna hit us pretty hard with a bunch of flood warnings and things, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, we get snow pretty frequently. We don't get nearly as much snow as we used to back when I was a kid, but we still get snow. Like right now, we're having a tropical rainstorm that's hitting today into tomorrow, and normally that would be a full-on nor'easter at this time of year, like not that long ago. The last few years, yeah, it hasn't been snowing this early, but like when I was a kid, we would already be having full-on nor'easters with like at least a foot of snow by now. So the fact that we're getting just like a ton of rain with a warning has half of us like overjoyed and half of us pissed, because some of us really love snow and some of us really hate snow. But yeah, I'm not getting into the topic of global warming, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, it's definitely different than it used to be, because we definitely have a lot different of weather. Like, when I was a kid, I remember multiple times that we had times off from school from snowing and, like, having it be 0 or below 0 and things like that quite often. And now it's just not. I don't know why it's so controversial. It's kind of dumb, it's controversial, but, like, just what's funny is I even commented on a post that someone had that was talking about New Hampshire weather, and I was like, yeah, from New Hampshire, I can relate to that. It's not as serious as it used to be when I was a kid. And someone was like, global warming is just a hack, blah, blah, blah. It's been the same for years. I've lived in New Hampshire for 50 years. I'm like, I've lived in New Hampshire for my whole life. Like, I'm not trying to say you're lying, but I don't know how you don't realize that it has changed. I'm not saying, oh my god, global warming. I'm just saying it has changed. The weather patterns have changed. Like, the last, 5 years in a row, we have not gotten snow worth crap. We get maybe one good storm. Back when I was a kid, we used to have at least a foot of snow on the ground throughout the entirety of winter. At least. So it's like, there's obviously a difference. But, you know. I could not imagine having an 85-degree room. No thank you. This farm does not like me. It gives me lag. I have been dying because our apartment's been like in the 70s, which is way too warm for me. So, no thanks. I'm good. It's like 40s out, 50s out, 60s out, and 40 to 60s right now for fall weather, and it's amazing. Even though it's November and we're supposed to be getting winter weather soon, but I'll take the fall weather for a while longer because I don't want to deal with snow yet. I actually don't mind snow. I'm sorry, that's awful. That would be a mess. Yeah, I'm getting a tropical storm soon, I can tell from... It's definitely ready to hit from the air outside and how dreary it's gotten, but I don't know when it'll hit. And there's just like flood warnings and stuff from it, but also Newfoundlanders could really care less about flood warnings. I've been in some vehicles through some flooded towns before. We could care less. Granted, I think most places have flood warnings a lot just could care less, but I think New Englanders don't care because we don't see it very often, and it's like, nope, it's fine. I have driven through major storms before. Like, I've driven through barely visibility of rain or snow or whatever. It's just we don't care. We're going where we need to go. That's it. So it's not something that's that new to me as far as storms and stuff, but yeah, decent rainstorm today. I'm just waiting to be able to sleep through this Minecraft game. Today and tomorrow, I think. And then, I don't know when we'll ever get any cold weather for snow. Even my dad, that normally loves snow, was like, no, I'm good with the rain for now. Cause we're all still kind of prepping for fall a little later than normal, so we need the extra time to be able to prep the rest of the way and be ready for wintertime. Please tell me the rain goes away. It does. Haha. I'm gonna go over here and hunt some mobs, hopefully. Yeah, what's like, it's funny to hear different people's weather because, like, up here, for example, my dad's very used to the cold, so my dad will be, like, outside in, like, flip-flops or barefoot and no shirt in, like, 20-degree weather. Constantly, if not lower, or he'll be outside like with a shirt off trying to blow snow, because he's just been used to this weather all his life and it doesn't bother him. And I mean, even me, I'm still like, this is pretty much still t-shirt weather. It gets nighttime and it gets down to like 30s and windy, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll put a jacket on just so my hands don't get cold or something, and then it's about it. But even, I know I don't have as much of a tolerance, but it's just like, it's just so interesting to see the difference. I mean, even my partner, who's grown up in New England his whole life, he still is like freaking freezing at all times. It's just funny to see how everyone reacts. Like, my mom as well. My mom absolutely hates snow and hates the cold. She's already freezing in this weather. She's always cold, always complaining about being cold. She literally hates everything to do with winter and the snow. Like, my parents are polar opposites as far as winter goes, and it's so funny to see that because they both lived in New England. I mean, my dad actually also lived in Florida for a little while too, but they both grown up and lived in New England and New Hampshire their whole lives. And there's my... Get him, puppy dog. Apologies for the barking. Feed him up, puppy dog. Feed him up, puppy dog. I will eventually be able to upload some stuff about the dog, yeah. I'm uploading some pictures of her on the community tab of the VODs channel sometime like next week, I think. I scheduled it out. And also, I'm gonna make some videos to post on my main VODs channel at some point, because I have a bunch of old photos of her and old videos of her. There's your puppy dog. Get him. She's a 60-pound ball of happiness and energy right now because she got home, so she's going nuts. Yeah, it's linked on the main stream channel, so if you go like to my main stream page, right below my little bio, there's like a little YouTube thing that says VODs, and there's also a regular one that says YouTube. Those are both the two channels that I have right now on YouTube, but one of them is just the same as this, the X Jax is Tired X, and the other one is my main. And then there's a link to Instagram too, I think. I don't know. I don't remember if I still have that up. But any of those have some pet stuff and some videos about the pets and stuff. Okay, thank you. No worries. But yeah, there's usually some posts on either Instagram or on one of the channels about the dog, and I'll add some more soon because I haven't posted much about her. We've been pretty busy keeping up with her, so I haven't had time to like post videos about her on my main channel that I used to do videos on once in a while. It's a puppy dog. And eventually I'll figure out how to stream from my phone and stuff to introduce her a little. What? She's just like, no, indoor voice. Indoor voice, puppy. Indoor voice. You know that statement. Indoor voice.
Stop.
Yeah, I have Streamlabs on my phone to deal with it at some point. I know I can just do it straight through Twitch, but I have Streamlabs to mess with as well.
Hey, stop.
Nixie, indoor voice, but hey, indoor voice, and don't step on me, please. Nixie, indoor voice. Use your indoor voice. I tried to download Streamlabs on my desktop and it just straight up won't run it, so it's probably because my desktop absolutely has really old software and stuff, but I'll have to mess with it at some point. But granted, my PC really won't be able to run much for streaming besides just doing random stuff that's not games, because of the fact that it's very old and very slow. Nixie, you knock the blankets everywhere, you big booger. Hey, Dad. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do for this, is I stream through the PlayStation 4 and I can plug in the headset for headphones and mic into the controller itself, and that's all I need. I'm not for the camera and stuff. I mean, I'm not like hiding my face. I could care less if you guys know what I look like. I mean, I literally have my Instagram and my personal YouTube attached, so you can see what I look like for many years on either of those. It's just more so I don't have the energy to actually deal with the camera. You can get like the PlayStation camera or whatever to put it, and I'm just like, nope, I'm good, I'm done. This is all that I'm doing. Eventually I'll branch out into other streaming stuff, but fair enough. Yeah, I've had my my main YouTube channel for like absolute years. I've had it since like 2013 or so. So I just haven't updated in a very long time. It just kind of sits there, and once in a while I upload impulsive things like shaving my head or shaving other people's heads or piercing my brother's ears. Those will get a couple hundred views, and then I'll just go back to being dormant for a few months. Same thing with the VODs channel. The VODs channel is pretty much just all I'm doing with it right now is exporting the VODs from Twitch to the YouTube channel and putting in some descriptions to them and uploading them. And then they're just kind of sitting there. For some reason one of them got like 100 views, and I don't know why, but yeah. I think the most popular video on my main channel was one of the shaving of the heads or something like that. Either my little brother's or my head, and I think it's at like 800 views or something. I don't keep up with any of my channels anymore. I just kind of stream when I have the time to, and that's about it now. Eventually I'll get a hyperfixation moment where I can just get all of my channels and all of my social media back up to date and work on it, but for now that's not the case. Get him, puppy dog. Beat him up. You didn't beat him up enough. He's still standing. Or sitting. She could care less. She's like, I want to go out now. You were just out, Bugga. Hey, 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 hey. High-pitched. Indoor voice. I need cows. Why can I not find many cows? Moo-moos. Cows. Please spawn so I can murder you. I'm just pacing around this entire area hoping for cows. I mean, I could kill horses and stuff with my looting for leather, but that feels very cruel. That does not feel like a good idea. Pig. Not to mention, most of the horses that are spawning are babies, so it's kind of useless to try to kill them for leather. Because they won't drop anything. Oh well. I'll go back home and get wrapped up for the stream today. We also have to finish that railroad project that I completely forgot about. I've died so many times trying to do this project, I kind of just gave up on it. But I need to finish it. Because we need to go mining more often. For some supplies. It's funny because I really should keep up with my YouTube channels more, actually, because of how often I change my appearance. But I hope you're alright. No need to apologize, it's fine. I'm just rambling and getting stuff put together. I was gonna put stuff away, but yeah, it's just my like brain overthinking things and be like, yeah, I should probably actually upload things considering. But it's hard to keep up with it considering my appearance does change practically constantly because I am impulsive. I don't even remember what I looked like the last time I uploaded. I think that was, what, my long red hair or something like that. And now it's like half the length and freaking black with reddish, pinkish underneath. It's fun, isn't it, though? Overthinking is fantastic. Alrighty, I do have to get off for the night, I think. I doubt I'll have time to stream this weekend. I don't know. If not, I will be back on Monday for the usual routine. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a good rest of your day. And make sure to take care of yourself. I will see you... Let me put this away. I will see you next time. Bye.